Number 15. Newborn taking. NDTV published this surveillance video on November 5th, 2012, after a woman was caught taking a newborn baby from the maternity ward at Yashwantral Shavan Hospital in India. According to the video description, taking newborn babies from hospitals is an act that seems to be growing by the day across the country. In this clip, a one-day-old baby boy was taken. As the camera rolls, the woman is seen dressed in white, casually walking out of the hospital carrying the baby, which is wrapped in a colorful blanket. She cradles the baby rather stiffly and walks quickly and with purpose, the purpose being to take this baby. What a horrifying thing for new parents to have to live through the very day their baby is born, and it's taken away from them so cold-heartedly. Although it's not clear whether the woman was captured and brought to justice, one thing is certain: this hospital needs better security. Number 14. Demonic possession. Jonathan Savo published this video in January 2015 after visiting his girlfriend in a Paris hospital. He wrote that a woman in the next bed was roaring and screeching with the voice of a devil, and that's what the video captures. The woman is seen lying flat in a bed, speaking in a raspy, evil voice. She is harassing the couple, calling them tacky and ugly, and telling them they're all going to die. Although you can only see her profile in the video, and you can't see her mouth moving, what you can see is her chest rising and falling as she delivers her angry tirade of insults and threats. She then says she's going to call her mafia friend, after which she claims she's going to remove her IV drip so they can get out of the hospital. That's where the clip ends, leaving us wondering if the woman did in fact try to escape. But John doesn't leave us hanging. In his own words, he wrote, "I was no longer filming when she or it started to get up and wanted to take the life of a person sitting next to her. 5 nurses came in to stop her, and we were asked to leave the room quickly. What happened next, John doesn't know." Prior to this experience, John says he was skeptical about demonic possessions and everything related to them, but after seeing one in the flesh, he's a believer. Number 13. Metropolitan Hospital sighting. YouTuber Trevor Heasley published this clip in August of 2016. The footage was on the set of Postcards, a 2008 Pasadena City College student film. He'd taken it during the film shoot at the Metropolitan State Mental Hospital. Although the cast and crew heard a lot of ruckus during filming, they didn't see anything unusual. That is, until Trevor got his camera home and watched the footage back. The abandoned state mental hospital appears quite eerie in the footage, darkened windows on a hot summer day. The footage involves lots of close-ups and long shots of the area, including some gags with the cast. Everyone seems to be having a good time on the shoot, but will what happened next haunt them? During the shoot of one scene, the vapor-thin figure of a ghost appears to be walking across the hallway right before 2 of the cast. Apparently completely unaware of what just crossed their path, come running through. Okay, so it probably won't haunt them, being as they weren't even aware of what was happening before their own very eyes. That is, unless the spirit somehow inhabited one of them. I think we need to follow up with the cast and crew of Postcards, and maybe then we can solve this scary mystery. Number 12. Ghost Doctor. If you spotted a spooky figure roaming the hospital at night, I'm guessing your first response wouldn't be to grab your camera, it would be to run as fast as your legs could carry you. But one brave individual saw capturing the passed away doctor on video as a challenge. The footage was taken in the Honduras school hospital Universitario. The doctor in question is said to have taken his own life at this very hospital and remains there. Stalking up and down the place at night and flicking the lights on and off in patient rooms. As you can see in the video, a shadowy ghostly figure floats in the empty, poorly lit hallway from behind a door. The hallway is full of stretchers. Do you think this figure is something from another dimension? A ghostly presence, or perhaps something else? Whatever it is, I'd steer clear of this corridor at night. Number 11. The wheelchair. What would you think if you saw a wheelchair moving down an eerie, empty, poorly lit hospital corridor at night? You might think you've walked straight into a horror movie. That's probably what security for this hospital thought when they reviewed the security footage after some ghost was up to no good. In the footage, a wheelchair is parked near a wall at the end of the hallway, but slowly it starts to turn and begins to roll backwards around the corner. No one is pushing it and no one is sitting in it, so who or what is maneuvering the chair? And where are they going? Only the spirits lingering in this hospital know. Number 10. Scary Russian Mental Hospital. This video looks like it came straight out of a scary movie, but it is claimed to be real-life footage of a patient at a mental hospital in Sadovich, Siberia. According to William M., who wrote about the true story of what happened in Sadovich, Siberia, the story of Sadovich Asylum is incredibly disturbing. The location is remote, and all that remains are records and legends about what happened there, some of which served as inspiration for the 2012 film Entity. Without further ado, let's analyze this video. The footage shows a skeletal man in a white dressing gown, sitting and rocking slightly on a hospital bed. The room is dark and sparse, and the bed is narrow and doesn't look comfortable at all, which is perhaps why this patient is up all night, rocking back and forth. You can see the patient curled up in the fetal position on the bed, then huddled over, then standing. He then starts pushing the bed by the railing. After that, he appears as though he's removed his hospital gown, and he is seen leaning off screen, perhaps against the wall, trying to get out. He makes his way around the room, then he is seen lying on the floor by his bed. You can hear a horrifying guttural scream in the video. It's one of the most tortured howls you will ever hear. Along with whatever is unfolding in this video, other paranormal events are said to have occurred at Sadovich, and these events were becoming more and more common. More than one patient reported of evil things happening within that institution, until the authorities were forced to close the facility down, and it's good that they did. This video gave me some serious chills. Number 9. Child Ghost. What's scarier than a child ghost? A child ghost at a hospital, that's what. When hospital staff saw the ghost of a child at their hospital 10 times over only a few hours, they were left shivering in their scrubs. Cordoba Children's Hospital in Argentina, it is claimed. The hospital staff weren't even going to let the ghost leave peacefully. Instead, they were determined to interact with it. Some say they place balloons in the location where it's routinely seen, and those balloons always burst on their own, and one nurse was even more determined to capture the young child on camera. She claims to have succeeded in capturing him or her playing hide-and-go-seek. In the video, the specter is crouching behind a bed, which had been left out overnight in the hallway. The cot had a sheet tucked over top of it. A nurse caught the ghost on camera as she saw the child ghost peer from behind the sheet. While some skeptics don't believe the hype, other visitors and hospital employees say they've seen this child ghost too. Moreover, not all viewers agree that there's anything in this video, while others say there's certainly a creepy shadow to the right of the cot. The ghost's nickname is the Ghost of 500, and legend has it that this child ghost is the soul of a patient who passed away in room 500. The corridor where it was caught on camera is no longer in use, and it links to the children's wards. Number 8. World War II Hospital. While most hospitals have some stories to tell, I'm guessing a World War II hospital has even more grisly ones on the docket. In this video, published by Subi in November of 2017, he and his friends explore an abandoned World War II hospital in Milton Keynes. For some reason, they chose the dead of night for their exploration, so straight off the mark, the hospital looks scary simply because it's cloaked in darkness. The only guiding light is the beam from Subi's flashlight. The crew enters in through a broken window. The pair have apparently been in the hospital before because one of them says he's not going down a certain direction because that's where they hear things all the time. At one point they stop to listen because they both say they've heard something. It isn't clear what they've heard, but they continue on regardless. It sounds as if there's loads of glass on the ground as they walk through the building, cracking and breaking the shards beneath their boots. While the hospital doesn't turn up anything truly mind-blowing, the idea that World War II patients were once brought here conjures up images of scary times, or maybe that's just my imagination. Number 7. Four-legged freak. While exploring Overbrook Insane Asylum Essex County Hospital in February of 2013, John Edmonds caught something on camera that he's not likely to forget. In his own words, "I was exploring this massive hospital with my friend when we heard a loud screech and turned to see the scariest four-legged freak." In the video, John and his friend are checking out the place. The room of the abandoned hospital appears to be empty. The pair are checking out an old broken TV set, after which they are wandering about all the bricks on the ground. John's friend throws a broken piece of brick or a rock when suddenly his face falls and he starts to point off towards the right. Gosh. John turns to capture some four-legged creature. You can see its outline paused in the light at the end of the hallway. It's still unmoving, but then it starts to scuttle, its legs moving fast, and that's when the shot drops and I assume the pair run for their lives. At least that's what I would do if I came across this thing in an abandoned hospital. While some think the creature looks inhuman, others say they aren't falling for it. One skeptic, Carrie Morin, wrote, "This video is in the Verona buildings, and that thing is obviously another friend popping out from a doorway on hands and feet." Carrie could be right, but in my opinion, the thing doesn't look human. Number 6. Abandoned Psychiatric Hospital. YouTubers The Proper People published this exploration of an abandoned psychiatric hospital in April of this year, 2018. The psych hospital was built in the 1800s for poor folks who couldn't afford healthcare and has been abandoned for more than 2 decades. The place certainly looks old. Whole pieces of wallpaper are chipping from the walls. Below the hospital are tunnels connecting to the surrounding buildings. The crew didn't enter the tunnels because unlike the psychiatric hospital, those buildings are still in use, but they did come upon a fallout shelter. Many of the rooms they come across are empty, some are locked, making the crew and their viewers curious about what's inside. But perhaps the most curious rooms are those with piles of the psych's hospital supplies and equipment. Chairs, tables, walkers, buckets, mattresses all thrown together in one place. They even encounter an old green tub with an adjacent seat used to lift disabled patients in for bathing. And further on, they arrive at half of an elevator car. For some reason, there's something so unsettling about an open elevator shaft and an elevator not where it's supposed to be, Michael says. It gives you a bad feeling. Well, Michael, this whole place gives us a bad feeling, so I'm going to stay as far away from that hospital as possible. Number 5. Ascension. The alleged footage of a spirit ascending upwards after a patient passed away at a hospital was captured on camera, and this is one for the books. The individual lays on a cot in a dark hallway, wrapped in a sheet, with his still feet sticking out from the bottom. All is quiet, all is calm, when suddenly you can see a faded spirit sit up from the body. The spirit appears to be wearing a hood, but without a face hiding beneath. Is this what we look like after passing on? Do we lose our face, our identity? After it sits upwards, it ascends slowly, adorned in what appears to be white robes. The body remains, while its spirit floats off to meet the unknown, its robes floating gently behind him. People across the internet have been on the fence about this claim and its authenticity. Something like this could be done with special effects and editing. On the other hand, others believe this video is proof of a spirit leaving a body. Number 4. Apocalyptic Hospital. YouTuber This Is Dan Bell explored a creepy apocalyptic looking hospital in May of 2016. The hospital in question must have been a Christian hospital, as there is a cross on the front of the building. From the outside looking in, the place does live up to its title. The windows are darkened, and it's clearly empty and in disrepair. Upon entering, Dan finds a storage room filled with broken chairs. The room alongside it is covered in garbage and remnants of the past. Closer inspection of the garbage that lines the floor shows that this place was a dumping ground for needles, or perhaps it is still used as one. Hypodermic needles completely cover one section of the floor, an enormous stockpile of them. As they explore the place further, they run into that singular image of a single wheelchair in a dark hallway that we've seen so much on this list, and in another hallway a single stretcher. This time though, neither moves. Perhaps this hospital isn't haunted like the others, which is strange because it looks like a ghost prime haunting grounds. The exploration does turn up other interesting things as well, but it's mainly a series of long, dark, scary hallways and rooms strewn with filth, much like what you'd expect an apocalyptic hospital to look like. Number 3. The Stretcher. While it's horrifying to see ghosts and shadows, sometimes it's even more horrifying what you do not see. Like what is pushing this stretcher along this haunted hallway at night when hospital staff in a provincial hospital in Rosario, Argentina discovered this stretcher moving on its own. They were on it. Security cameras captured it on film for all the world to see, and many did as the video went viral. In the video, the stretcher is first seen rolling back and forth, but soon it rolls a bit faster, and then it launches off the courtyard floor and into a grassy area. Could it be nature, wind perhaps? The unmoving plants in the video tell us no. Some believe the video is proof of paranormal activity, while others believe it's proof that the hospital staff has too much time on their hands. Number 2. Hospital Morgue. While World War II hospitals are frightening, imagine exploring the place that no one leaves alive, a hospital morgue. That's where YouTuber Exploring with Josh took his channel in July of 2017. In this video of an abandoned California hospital, Josh comes across sharp scalpels, hospital chairs, and loads of scattered papers, as if whoever worked here left in a hurry. Why? According to Josh, the hospital closed down because it didn't meet the requirements for new earthquake regulation rules, so it seems they didn't bother remodeling the place and instead simply shut it down. There is caution tape draped over one examination table. Whether it was left over from the police or from some trespassing kids is unclear. There's plenty of graffiti on the walls to imply that this place hasn't been entirely abandoned at all. It seems to be a regular stomping ground for youth with nothing to do, but should it be? There's a big red box that reads Danger Biohazard, which makes one wonder if it's even safe to be exploring this hospital at all. Josh continues into a massive room where holiday decorations are kept. The crew walks on into the pediatric center and then decides to go search out the morgue, but before they do, they come across a room filled with hospital equipment. From hospital beds to examination tables to lights and microscopes. Further in, they come across an incubator, computers, old hard drives. Everything was simply left behind to rot. They even left supplies like syringes that are still in their original packaging. Finally, they arrive at the morgue. Inside is a flatbed, sinks, and autopsy tools. Then, of course, there are the stainless steel freezers, which line the walls, ready to take in new patients. Josh decides to test it out, walking inside the freezer. He accidentally rubs against the walls. Now you've got dead body on you, his friend says. All I have to say is that at least he isn't one of them. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I'm currently doing a super poll on my Instagram. If you believe ghosts are real, then go to my most recent photo and tap the like button. If you don't, DM me saying why. When you're done, come right back to this video to find out the number 1 entry. Also, follow me on Twitter at YT_chills because that's where I post video updates. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person. So if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way, you'll be notified of the new videos we upload every Tuesday and Saturday. Number 1, Bakersfield attack. On December 1st, 2017, a man named Brandon Clark made his way to Bakersfield Heart Hospital, ready to attack. Clark was armed and entered through the back door. Upon entering, it alerted everyone inside the hospital, which caused a mass panic. Police eventually took Clark down and no one was hurt. The mystery about this video is nobody knows why Clark did this. Though he was related to one of the hospital employees, authorities do not think that person was the target. From how he is acting in this video, he looks completely out of his mind. It looks like this will remain a mystery for quite a while. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of our other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy!